They call me Jenny. And what I'm about to share isn't just a story. It's a warning. Ready? Let's begin. Some jobs seem too good to be true. $20 an hour to babysit overnight? Sign me up. Quiet kid. Empty house. Full fridge. Easy money, right? But there was one rule that stood out. If any dogs try to get in, don't let them. We don't own any pets. Now I understand why. Now I know. It wasn't a dog. Not really. It was just before 6 p.m. when I pulled into the driveway alone. A rich two-story house with trimmed hedges and lights that automatically flicked on as I stepped out. The driveway gravel crunched underfoot. I found the sparkling rock just like the Facebook post said. The key inside felt warm. Inside, everything was spotless, too spotless. Like no one lived here. On the couch sat a little girl with blonde hair and an unsettling stillness in her posture. "You my babysitter?" she asked. "Yup," I smiled. "Hope you're okay with me." She looked at me and grinned. "You look nice." Her voice was sweet. Too sweet. Like someone mimicking a child. We sat on the couch for a bit. I asked the usual questions: age, favorite show. "I'm 7, she said. Her eyes didn't blink often. By 6:15 I offered dinner. She bounced up. "Yeah." In the kitchen I opened the fridge. Rotten leftovers. An open jar of olives floating in cloudy water. The pantry wasn't much better: flour, beans, an ancient jar of peanut butter. But I found mac and cheese. And some hot dogs. Water boiled. The air smelled like overcooked pasta and chlorine. That's when I noticed Emily staring out the window. Frozen. Staring. "I don't like the way that dog is looking at me," Emily whispered. My blood ran cold. I followed her gaze. A full-grown pit bull stood in the yard, its head cocked unnaturally sideways, its eyes dead black marbles. "We don't own any pets," the post had said. "Emily," I said, careful not to sound afraid. "Do you know that dog?" She shook her head. "No." Then the pot hissed, water spilling over. I turned away just for a second. Then, "No!" Emily screamed. I slipped on the linoleum, heart hammering. She was curled into a ball, sobbing. "The dog is gone." I scanned the yard. Nothing. Until I saw it. Not the pit bull. A Doberman. Standing upright. Not rearing. Not jumping. Standing. Still. Like a man. Its face didn't twitch. Its lips didn't move. But I could feel it staring at me through the window. Emily crept beside me, holding my hand. "What is it doing?" I lied. "A trick. Go upstairs, sweetie." She nodded and disappeared up the stairs. The Doberman was at the front door now. Tapping. Clack, clack, clack. I could hear the nails. I locked the door. Grabbed a rolling pin from the kitchen. Hands shaking. I flung the door open. Nothing. Not in the driveway. Not on the lawn. Not even tracks in the dirt. I stepped outside. Laughed nervously. "Moron. It was just a dog. You're in a Subaru." Glass shattered. I bolted back inside. The living room window. Gone. And I heard it. The sound of claws on hardwood, slowly growing closer. I ran upstairs. Claws followed. The hallway was too long. Too quiet. Emily's door was cracked open, warm yellow light spilling into the hall. I rushed in. Emily sat against the far wall, crying. Her window wide open. Black dog hair scattered like someone had shaved a corpse. I kneeled beside her. "Are you okay?" She sniffled. "Thank you for taking care of the dog." She smiled at me. But something in her eyes didn't smile back. I ordered pizza. We watched cartoons until bedtime. Emily laughed at a talking sponge while I clutched the rolling pin under a blanket. At 8 p.m. I put her to bed. I sat in her room all night, wide-eyed, watching shadows crawl across the walls. 5 a.m. The parents returned. I lied. A couple dogs barked and scratched at the door. "Emily's safe." They thanked me, paid me, said they'd love to have me back. I smiled, said of course. But inside, I was screaming. 11:35 a.m. Lindsay texted, "Did you dye Emily's hair last night?" "No. She's a natural blonde," she typed. "Then who the hell did I babysit?" I typed back, heart pounding. "Check under the bed. Check the bushes near the front door." Now, her reply came minutes later. They aren't carcasses. It looks like someone skinned these dogs. Just the skins. No bones. No meat. Just flesh suits. I asked, what kind of dogs? She wrote, Doberman. Pit bull. Skins. No bodies. Just skins. It hit me like ice in my veins. It wasn't a dog. It was something wearing a dog. Something that killed and became. I wrote back, fingers trembling. You need to get out. That's not your daughter. Then came her last text. I think something's in the closet. I can see streaks of blonde hair coming through the slits in the door. I'm going to open it. I stared at my phone. The typing dots stopped. No follow-up. No screams. Just silence. Whatever that thing was, it didn't want the house. It didn't want food. It wanted a face. A name. A family. And it wore them. I told the school I was sick. I didn't go back to babysit. And I never will. Because Emily, the real one, was blonde. And whatever smiled at me that night, she had brunette hair. If you hear claws tapping at your door, don't open it. Don't speak. Don't look. Because it only needs one thing to become you. Your skin. And if it smiles, run. You're already too late. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more chilling horror tales. Your support keeps the darkness alive.